third topic today, very briefly, is a beautiful story of an idea that came out of this course. I forgot when it was. I was trying to find out with my wife when this student came up with this idea. His name is Ferber. And last I know of him is that he works for Lockheed in Denver. Lee is a sailor. He sails boats with sails, right? He sailed on the Atlantic and so on. And he proposed this. Here's a toy boat with sails. I'll draw it my ignorant way. This is the hull in the water. It has 2 dimensions, vertical and horizontal, and a length. And rising above, here's the sail with a mast. You may have played with a thing like this in the water, or maybe in the tub when you're a little boy or girl. I did. In fact, I played a lot with these things when there would be a torrential rain along the, say, the gutters. The water was flowing very, very impressively. And I was ready with my sailboats in that particular, say, spontaneous river. And so this is the object. If you know this image, and then you learn history, and you've seen pictures, drawings of sails from antiquity, they had more than one sail. But if you look at them, squinting your eyes, you saw a superstructure, sometimes it's called canopy in the domain, and a hull. And they all look the same. What do we mean by that? If the height of the sail is h, it seems as if h is of the same order as L. And the question is why? And there are many answers that come from this kind of modest questioning. I'll just write them. They come from freedom to change the design so that the boat advances the fastest when blown by the wind. The wind has a velocity VA, where A means air, and the boat has another velocity called VW, which means the velocity of the object on water. And so the object of the game is to change things in this drawing so that V on the water is closer and closer to that of the wind, because there's no other source of power on water, especially in antiquity. This is before the steamships. Before the steamships, the boats with sails had been perfected, I wouldn't say to the maximum, but to very impressive drawings. And they all look the same from a distance, as tall as they are long. And the results, I'm going to list them here. You'll see their derivation in the PDF. First of all, the hull, the hull has to be roundish. That's how resistance to the water is minimized. In our drawing here, one of the answers that dx divided by dy should be close to 2. Another result, this is similar to the result for the fuselage of the airplane, is that the hull should be slender, namely L over dx should be greater than 1. And almost finally, the aspect ratio of the vehicle should be the same as the speed on water divided by the airspeed to power 2, which is a ratio that should evolve toward 1 as the technology becomes mature. In every boat you look at, in books about the history of whatever, engineering or architecture, these other things, those are drawings from the mature technology, not from the tinkering. And that's why in the famous drawings like the Egyptian galley and the Armada of Napoleon, the number is closer to 1, including the 3 boats of Columbus. That's been the pattern. But the result that excites me the most is the discovery or the prediction that the diameter of the I just called it. What is that pole in the middle that holds the sail? Mast. The mast. You know what mast means in Latin? It means tooth. The diameter of the mast should scale with the height this way. Two factors, rho A and then VA to power 2 divided by that SMA, because you figure out what it should be, because here at the implantation of the mast on the deck, you have this maximum allowable stress. You have that analysis. Anyway, this is a factor to power 1/3, and then here VA over V water to power 2/3. So here you see the evolution of boats with sails in one formula. Stronger material makes lighter mast, meaning smaller dead weight, a hull that's not sinking by itself without a load. All that is bad news for transportation. This other factor tends toward 1 as the speed on water increases. And so lightness, and then the design of the sails themselves make movement easier and obviously more economical, because with this kind of technology, the cost is significant in many ways that today does not exist anymore. Okay, on that note, I will invite you to be back here on Wednesday. Expect from me a set of, I think, 3 or 4 PDFs with these papers, which are obviously more recent than your textbook.